Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. No, do not adjust your screen. I know you're kind of like, well, wait, that looks so authentic that I can't tell. Are those your eyes, or is that a patch that you decorated? It's a patch that I decorated because I had to entertain my 6th graders. No, I did not injure my eye per se. So anyway, people, let me explain, because I'm going to literally take a month. It might be less than a month, but I'm probably going to take literally 1 month off. I know, breathe, for my dailies. I have a few really dedicated people on here where I'm part of their morning routine. I'm so blessed. But okay, so what it is that this is from, I think they called it digital eye strain. Are you familiar? Digital eye strain. So anyway, when I was a little girl, I'm just going to get into it, you guys. When I was a little girl, I had what was, I just called it cross-eyed. I was cross-eyed is what I called it, but I know there's a real term for it. But anyway, my eyes crossed. From the littlest age, 2 years old, I saw 2 of everything. So I used to get drops at first, and then finally at 3 years old, I got glasses. And I really just kind of saw 2 of everything. Before they got me the glasses, they were trying patches on my eyes. So this brings me way back. They tried to use patches on my eyes to strengthen them, to no avail. So I ended up wearing glasses until I was 15 years old. And then when I was 15, my mom got me contacts, which was totally amazing. And to be fair, it was a little bit of a manipulation because they would never take the time to get contacts for one of the kids. There were way too many kids. But she was feeling guilty about things. And I was super manipulative, and her baby, and come on, Mom, I got a rep to protect, you know. So she ends up getting me contacts, which was very interesting. And of course, being 15 and just, you know, going about my life, I immediately let them dry out, and no way were they going to buy me more. So they were like, you know what? Save your babysitting money, buy your own contacts. That was not going to happen. And so for about 6 months, I was in a chronic panic because my eyes were so blurry. And people were approaching me all the time. Small town, I'm in McCants. They were always like, hey, you know, how's Cynthia? How's Vanessa? How's Richard? And hey, you know, Juliana. So when people would start to come, whether they were on a bike or walking in or in a car, I would panic. And of course, just be smiling the whole time, just in case I knew them. I accidentally smiled at the wrong people sometimes and waved at people I didn't know. But after about 6 months, my eyes strengthened, which was incredible. And literally for the next 35 years, like honestly, 35 years, I was glasses free. And one thing that I did have at different times during that was a little bit of astigmatism, where my eyes would blur things, right? Well, in the last, let's say 3 or 4 years, which normally it's expected around 40 to 42, the eye will start to weaken a little. And if you're going to get something like astigmatism or whatever it might hit. So to be at like 51 or 52 was pretty impressive, actually. And I do believe with my vegan and raw vegan diet in particular, that my eyes will strengthen again. Okay, so whatever the case was, and I'm up against the clock, but I'll explain. Okay, so what happened was a couple of years ago, in fact, I know what year it was. I guess 2016, which was 5 years ago, right? So around 2015 and a half, I went back to school and I decided to get my master's degree, and I did an accelerated master's degree. I mean, you know me, straight A's. I got 1 A- in the entire program. Often got 100% for the entire content of the class, okay? And I went for broke, but I didn't sleep for a second, and I was on that computer every single second because I did it online, and I had never been on a computer that much in my entire life. Well, a really interesting thing started to happen, which I believe they said it was computer vision syndrome is what they called it, but ultimately it was reduced to digital eye strain. And this eye in particular, I was on the computer so much that sometimes when I would just go to look to this side and I want to be a little careful with that. Looked to the side, there was actually a ripping sensation, like a tear. And I'd go, ow, oh, you know, like, and my mom, like anyone around me was like, what is your flipping problem? Like, did a fly just hit your eye or something? And it was no. There was just literally a tearing sensation. And it was determined that I had been on the computer far too much and not new. So I went ahead and finished my master's after 14 months. And then for about three months more, I still had that tearing sensation. I, you know, put a protector on my computer screen. I turned my phone to night view to, you know, reduce the glare. And then I was barely on the computer for almost most of that year, let's say, because you know me, I love social media. But anyway, finally, I decided to go into my doctorate program. And I started my doctorate, which of course was another thing where I was required to be on every single second. And in that time, a few months in, I started getting that tearing sensation. That's not why I put my doctorate on hold, but a teeny bit of it could have been, you know, that I was aware that I was doing that. So anyway, incredibly, we suddenly find ourselves in the COVID 2 years ago, and I all of a sudden was required to go online constantly. And this digital eye strain is an ongoing problem for me. And because I've had it previously and we've already had to work with it, the doctor requested that I literally, trying to not have anxiety, reduce my online time to 30 minutes if possible and a maximum of 60. Well, I'm teaching. Luckily, it's mostly mask to mask, so I'm able to use paper and pencil with the kids, but a great amount of it is still online. And so that's 60 minutes a day. I really have to eliminate anything extra. Like I'm supposed to just check my messages really quickly on my phone, but not spend time scrolling through my phone and stuff. So like 15 minutes of phone time and then maybe 30 minutes. And my school's aware, so they said they could actually get someone to help like correct some of the online stuff that the students submit. And there's no doubt that I will still be scrolling through social media, but I'm supposed to limit it to like 15 minutes. And again, just to say like, not like, or whatever. If I have something to post, I should already have it ready and just simply get in there to post it. But they literally said, starting today, the recommendation is that I take 1 month to drastically limit my exposure to allow this eye to rest and to strengthen. And of course, eyes are so incredibly important that I said, of course. I mean, of course I will do that. Again, situations with my eye have been my whole life, right? But I had a huge respite in between. I mean, how blessed was I for 35 years to be able to see, you know, perfectly and go about my day. And then only in these last few years, and I really attribute some of it to just being on the computer around the clock for that master's degree, crazy for a year of the doctorate. And then going straight into the COVID and having to be online again for that. So what became suddenly like 4 years of being online, and I never planned for that. So yeah, digital eye strain is a group of eye and vision problems. The problems can include eyes that itch and tear, are dry and red, feel tired or uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is an understatement. And it's so interesting. This eye has never had a ripping sensation. I mean, literally, like if you took a piece of fabric and went shh, like really quick, you know, like it just feels like it ripped. It's so weird. And I never know when it's going to hit. But that's what got me to the doctor today, because it kind of worries my husband, right? And I was like, hon, I've had this before. I think what happened was I went ahead and taught summer school, and that was completely online, meaning I was with the kids, but we were on the computer the whole time. And that went until, you know, the first week of July. And then I had a few weeks off, but I joined the reset, which I've talked about many times. And even though the reset was only like viewing for an hour, so it's an hour of the reset, but then I get in there and comment on everybody because I love it so much. So that's more time on that. And then my husband loves me to sit down and watch one sitcom with him so we can feel like we're together, you know, like at dinner or whatever. And then I come in and do my homework. Again, much of it online for my students and making my Jules Blessed Vegan video and stuff. So all of that just hit hard. I mean, even the training, the modules that we did for the, don't tell me, PLC, professional development, yeah, PDL. The professional development that we just did was literally 12 modules for an hour module, all online. And this eye is acting up big time. Like, the doctor was surprised, not really surprised, but he's saying because you're feeling the pain so quickly, for as little time as you've been back in school, which, come on, I've been with the kids 4 days. I've technically been back at school since like, what, the 6th, so like 10 days. He just feels that I really have to own up and take a full month. And I'm actually going back, excuse me, to see him at kind of like the 23-day mark, about the 23-day mark. But anyway, I'm going to say prayers welcome because I'm a prayer girl and I always love prayers. I don't feel that my eye is damaged in a special way. I just feel like I have to step up again on protecting myself, making sure that even at school I have special screens, making sure that I'm not just senselessly hanging out on the phone or the computer. You'll still see me commenting or posting something quick, you know, in Instagram or Jules Blessed Vegan or, you know, Facebook or whatever. I'm just not going to be on there, you know, chronically on there. I love my eyes. Thank you, God. Thank you for eyes. I feel very blessed and I'm happy that I have insurance and that, you know, they were able to do a puff and look in my eyes and see what's up. And first of all, to recognize that my eyes, and I attribute it, well, let's be fair, I have really good health, meaning genes, but with raw vegan and being clean, the doctor is able to like literally just look in my eyes. He's like, you remind me of a child's eye, the clarity, being able to see to the back, whatever that means, with just like a flashlight instead of, you know, special tools, and just saying what clarity my eyes have. And I believe so much of that is from the raw vegan diet. And I love that. And it can only get better all the time. But I am going to lovingly rest this. So today is what, the 16th? August 16th, September 16th. Good. I'll be back just in time to celebrate my 3rd year of Jules Blessed Vegan because that's on the 22nd of September. So yeah, I'll be back a couple of days before that. I believe that this will be significant. I believe it will give me a chance. They gave me some little exercises to, you know, work on, and I don't even know if I'm falling my finger. I'm going to have to think about that. But yeah, strengthening my eye with some exercises, reducing the stress on my eyes, you know, and my district's on board. You know, they're totally willing to, again, have an aide help with the corrections, have the children use more paper, put some of those blue, are they blue light screens on there, to allow my eyes to rest. But mostly it's me. I need to discipline myself because I'm a crazy woman. I love to get on. I love to share everybody's stuff. I love to go, go, go. But, you know, like anybody else, I don't realize that hours and hours have passed where I've been technically doing my eyes. But the other thing is, because I do have that little bit of astigmatism, the doctor said that I tend to kind of overly strain. And of course, I have dollar glasses everywhere. I'm just too arrogant to wear them. Let's see how that's going. Okay, freaky. I will take that right off. All right, I'm going to have to think about it. I have better pens than this. I wanted to entertain my 6th graders with an eye, but maybe I should be very serious and just wear a serious patch, okay? They gave me some good ones. I literally just got back from the doctor. All right, that's my story, people. It's Jules Blessed Vegan. That's JVV. And I'm going to be taking a month to care for my eye. And by caring for this one, it cares for this one, you know. So I'll be doing my exercises. I got some drops. no internal medication, yay God. It's called digital eye strain, which is part of computer vision syndrome. Are you familiar? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. But you guys are so good to me. You're welcome to put notifications in case I pop in between. And then, like I said, I hope to be back around the 16th or so and celebrate my 3rd year as Jules Blessed Vegan. So this was the 3rd year with the Tanny Raw Reset. And if you don't know Tanny Raw, please look her up on every social media platform for health. She's an advocate for health. And 3 years ago, I participated in what's called the Raw Reset. You can go up into the search and put in Raw Reset and it'll tell you everything about it. And then at that Raw Reset, so 3 years ago, July, she literally encouraged everybody to tell their story. And I was like, I knew I had a story in terms of like compulsive overeating and just like all that kind of stuff and kind of where I'd come from and abuse and things like that. But she was like, you know what? She's so good about this. She always says that we're all unique, of course, in all the world, but in all of time, and that we are a conglomeration of billions of cells in the exact time that we're in, that we were created, and that everybody has a great story to tell. And so with that, I went ahead. I wasn't even familiar with Instagram, and I barely knew anything about YouTube in terms of making my own video. And I went ahead and started Jules Blessed Vegan, and I had to pick the name and all those things. And so she recommended it at the reset, which was in July. It took me until September, not too bad, right? A couple months later to finally create that channel and just know that I wanted to tell a story. I never imagined it was going to be every single day, but I kind of used it as an accountability thing and kind of a vlog, a daily vlog, right, of what I was going through. So anyway, that celebration is September 22nd, when it will actually be 3 years of Jules Blessed Vegan. And it's been perfectly imperfect, and that is okay. So anyway, that's it, my friends. Like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Again, you might want to hit the notification to know when I'm back, but just know that I have over 1,000 videos, over 1,000. Put in any topic in the search, especially if it's like benefits of, it'll tell you fruit, vegetables, etc. If it's faith, anything to do with faith, I've got a lot of good things in there. And I'll just conclude with this because I'm more than spending my time. And that was the fear. It was like, yeah, you can wear a patch, but this eye will start to suffer, right? So the whole thing is supposed to be limited. But I think they have some like cool shades too that I could wear. But more than anything, this doctor was like, hon, you're just going to have to buck up for 1 month and just allow your eye to rest. Do the exercises, get that muscle strong again. And then moving forward, make sure you have the tools you need, from the screen protector to, the blue, I think it's called blue light that you put on the phone at night and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm all game. But darn, I already forgot what I was going to say about that. Oh well, it's all good. Anyway, love you guys. Hope you'll still be around in a month. Again, if you see me popping in on social media, it's in my little 45-minute window. But since that's all my technology, it'll be very limited. Don't panic if I don't get back to you. I am healthy. I am well. I am around. I'm just caring for my eyes. Until we talk again, best of all, know that God is good. Praying for a couple of girls getting surgery on the 19th. I'm all in. You can find me again on Facebook. You can instant message me. Find me on Instagram. Instant message me. Find me. I'm all over the place. I'm Jules Blessed Vegan on Yahoo. Jules Blessed Vegan on Gmail. I'm Juliana McCants, right? On Facebook, on everything. But yeah, leave me a message, and in my little window of time, I will magically get back to you. But if I don't, it's all good. Know that I'm out here. Okay. That's it. Know that you're blessed.